Chris, we're 4 days into the week in Spain. How's it gone so far for you?
Yeah, it's gone okay. It's obviously here for kind of multiple reasons, but you can see the squad starting to gel together now, which is one of the main objectives when you come out here. Spending time with each other 24/7, it's natural that can happen, but you're hopeful that the bonding takes place, which we can see slowly but surely. They're coming together as a group. They're working hard on the pitch. We've obviously been a bit unlucky with this heat wave in terms of the weather when we've been training, but the lads have got on with it and they've put a good shift in so far.
And you've alluded there to the hard work they've been doing. Can you just talk us through what has been in the sessions for them?
Well, I say they've been working hard. I don't think it's as hard as what the lads I think they've been working. Not to me and the gaffer anyway. I think some lads are finding it difficult or different, shall I say, in terms of the demands that we have and the intensity we want to train at. I don't think they're used to that, so it's taken a bit of time to adapt to it. But we obviously had a long day Monday. We had an early leave, so we trained Monday evening when we got here. Again, I think we did a bit more than what the lads were expecting, but all the variety of different things in training, really, from bits of team shape to forward play to, more intense, short, small-sided stuff. We're getting to that stage of pre-season now where everything's getting a bit more smaller and more intense. We obviously had the game Tuesday and we've got the game tomorrow, so we have to adapt training to that as well. But we'll certainly be doing more in training than what we would normally do with these games in place. But it's pre-season, so if they go into the games a little bit tired and fatigued, that's something we're actually aiming to do. So it's, I think the performances in the games, there won't be the freshness that you'd hope for certainly once the league starts, but it's part and parcel of it. And
you've touched there on the game on Tuesday night against Qatar SC. What did you make of what you saw from the team that night?
Mixed. I think in general I'll be hoping for an improvement tomorrow. They worked hard. I think, in fairness to the boys, it was very, very warm in the game, very humid, real hot conditions. But taking that aside, I think the performance in general we were slightly disappointed with in terms of in possession, looking after the ball. I thought we were a bit sloppy at times, giving it away, whether again the heating was a factor in that in terms of fatigue. Obviously some played more minutes than others. We gave a disappointing goal away from a set piece, which is unlike us, and I hope would be unlike us certainly this season moving forwards. We created quite a few chances in the end. We should have scored 2 or 3 goals by the end of it, bar some dubious officiating, shall we say. I think it was more the kind of end product which disappointed us as much as anything. That final shot, final pass, that's something that we really need to tighten up on moving forward, certainly by the time the season starts. I know there's still an element, it's 3 and a bit weeks in now, but it's 4 weeks I should say really, but there's still an element of rustiness with them, but that's something we really from Tuesday's game we need to have a big improvement with, and certainly in possession with the ball. So there was good things, there was good passages of play, but in general I'll be looking for an improvement in performance tomorrow.
And for you as a coach, what's the most important thing you want to see from your squad over the course of the season?
Course of the season or pre-season?
Course of the season.
Winning games is a start. We want to be successful. I think we're well aware how difficult the league's going to be this year. I think it would be, or will be, a massive task for us to improve on what we did last year, but that will be the aim. So by the end of the season, I'd like to think that will be achieved. Like I said, we know it'll be difficult, but we have to win games to do that. I think as a team, I would like to see, performances. Certainly seeing what we work on in training, I'd like to see that being shown in games. Our forward play, we've put a lot of emphasis on that. A lot of the signings so far have been attacking players. I'd like to see us, creating and scoring more goals. But these are the things we work on all the time, and ultimately it's down to the players really when they cross that white line to deliver it.
And obviously, like you said, there's been a lot of hard work going on since we've been in Spain, but there was some light-hearted stuff last night, wasn't there, in the meeting room there? How important is stuff like that for the team?
Yeah, well, this is, you know, quite big on that in terms of, well, very big on it in terms of the team spirit and the camaraderie within the group. Coming away when you're in each other's pockets 24/7, it gives us the opportunity to really try and do these things. So I think yesterday was a day that was kind of revolved around that side of it more than anything. They had a really good gym session, and a couple of things went off in the gym session where again you could start to see that team spirit coming to the fore. We then had a session in the pool, a light-hearted session. I think it's out there. I'm not on social media, but I think Stevie Crouchen was obviously at the heart of that. So again, that was good for the team spirit. And then last night, yeah, we took the opportunity after dinner to do a bit more team bonding with them, and you know, we had a quiz and you know a few things and on the TV for them to see, and you know I think they were in groups in the end, and a couple of boy bands and that, and a bit of singing and stuff. You know, all light-hearted stuff, but all things that really kind of brings the group together, and it stops people sitting with the same people all the time, you know, and trying to mix and really forming that team spirit amongst the whole squad.
And just finally, looking at the game tomorrow against Port Vale, what are the key areas you want to see improvements on from the team?
Well, like I talked about there Tuesday night, a big improvement in possession of the ball, taking more care with it, looking after it. I know it's difficult in these conditions, but again, that's part of the reason why we're here, playing in these conditions. So when you go back home, you feel the benefit from it. So in possession, I'd like to see a big improvement, moving the ball quicker. And then when we get into the final third, you know, a big improvement in terms of our end product, deliveries in the box, and get on the end of it, the box, and taking some of the chances that we've created.